Yo, this is System 108 from the Riverside. I'm gonna explain to you what System 108 actually is and how it works actually. So System 108 is a system, a non-monetary system, worldwide system on how to live without money. Because money is the source of every problem in the world. It's also the source of every solution in the world. So if you get the money out of the system, you or have all problems or you have all solutions. It all depends on how you look at it. And I choose solutions instead of problems, because the problems are there. They are there always. You can't escape the problems. When you take money out of the system, it's all problems, but you don't see them as problems, you see them as possibilities to solve the problems, so you have solutions. So for the first thing, to implement the system, you have the card. Now what does the card entail? You have the license, the identity, the achievements, and the shopping cart, or what you can buy with your achievements, because a basic working class won't be able to buy what a cycler or a footballer or a CEO of a company will be able to buy. Basic working class would live normally, would have enough to survive, a nice home, just enough for him or her to come around in this society. But if this basic working class wants to go up a scale, he will need to study or need something else to go on the scale or on Jacob's ladder. For example, if he wants to go to fitness or if he wants to go bodybuilding, his card will be changed to you say here you want to go to fitness. Your card hasn't been adapted to that, so we're gonna let you fitness now. You will have more to eat because you need to bulk and you need to cut. So your whole regimen on your card is changed. If you want to read a book, but you can buy books because it's not registered on your card. For example, you can buy one book every month from that shop, for example, or that shop. They will have to ask you how many books do you read a day, or do you read a month, for example. And that person will say, I read so many books a day, I read so many lines a month, so many books a month, so many books a year. And your card will be adapted to your regiment. A footballer will have the nicest shirts, the nicest uniform to play with, the nicest stadiums to go and play. The cyclers will have the nicest bikes, but also with cyclers and footballers, you have ranks. You have first class, second class, international, and all that shit. So they will have the things they get will be adapted to what they are. For example, Messi wouldn't be playing it at a low class, football team, and the biggest cycler won't be riding his bicycle in third class just to show off his skills. He wouldn't do that. So that's how it's ordered. That's the basic card. It looks a lot like communism, but it is not. And why is it not? Because everybody needs to work to get up a level. The money is just out of the system. People will think it is communism, but it's not. Because communism is based on money. And there is no money in the system. There is only work. And if you don't want... about work. About social security and all that shit. About work. Why would you allow a system where people take advantage of the system so they don't have to work? Where I live, people are at home profiting of a system, and the system doesn't do anything because it was created like this. It was flawed like shit. And like this, like with this system, you take away that flaw, because people will need to work to survive and to go up a level. Or if you really got something bad going on, like if you are crippled by birth or something, it's no problem. But people can work. Even people with disabilities can work. It's not that hard to work. If you want to work, there is work. There is always work somewhere. If you just find what you want, or what you are good at, or what you can do. And if you can't do anything, yeah, then or you are a big piece of shit, or you just you really are sick or disabled, or whatever you want to call it. But normally everybody is able to work in whatever field. Look at Stephen Hawking, for example. Stephen Hawking was riding in his cart, and he was still working. Even his best ideas came at its age 70 and whatever. He was a genius, and he was in a cart for 70 years. Fuck this shit, man. If you want to work, there is work. And that's the core for it. So you take away the flaw, and you take away the people who profit of the system. Because we all know there's a lot of people who profit of a system that don't give a fuck about them. So why would you support that system? Like the energy prices going up. The energy prices are going up because the people allow it. The people are complaining about the system that they created. What a bullshit. So really think about before you throw away a system which is worth more than you think it is. Because it's worth a very lot. But yeah, I'm gonna leave at that. Just think about it before you judge a system which you know nothing about. Gonna leave it at that.